Hi, good morning, and welcome to the Today Session. Hope you're having a great day. A couple of days back, I'm just going through a couple of books which was written by Osho. Wonderful books, and then good information if you really open to the change. How we believed to think from the past, and then just to unbox the couple of beliefs we may be holding from our childhood for whatever the reasons. Let's say today topic is how to unblock our beliefs based on self-reflecting questions. And the example what he gives is very wonderful. And then if you're really open to it, in order to see the life as it is rather than how it should be with the definition of others who define what it really means for you to live your life. If you think outside of the box from the beliefs or values or whatever you are told, you're believed to be from the beginning, and then if you just reflect yourself to question yourself, what am I doing is why am I doing what I'm doing? Is a good self-reflection question. And why am I believing the way I am believing, be it in your religion, be it in your beliefs and daily activities and things which were told to you, what to do and what not to do, and how did they come into that terms, that what to do and what not to do, what is the real thing, is something that we need to ask ourselves as we become adults, rather than following the script which was given to us from the beginning, and we continue to follow that, and then we continue to give that same beliefs to our child or next generations which is coming, whereas we never stood for a second and reflect, why am I doing what I'm doing? So why am I believing what am I believing? So basically the many answers comes within you when you expand your knowledge. And whatever you come into the terms, is it your own experience or is experienced by someone else and then telling you this is the right way to do? So that's something that, and in these books of different viewpoints of some different people, I'm not saying that you need to believe these, neither I'm saying you should not believe that. So all you need to be is just be open to the knowledge which comes to you and ask yourself same reflective questions. Answers do come to you and your own time. So let's get a little bit into shadow boxing. It's a wonderful analogy which gives. So there was a man who was disturbed by his own shadow. So he decided to destroy his own shadow. Now, there are two things he does. The faster he walks, the faster the shadow is staying behind him. It doesn't matter how fast he's running, the shadow was there. So he ultimately decided to run as fast as he could so that he just get rid of the shadow. Now, maybe if you're thinking about it, this is just the logical thing, man. When you're grown up, and obviously your shadow is just a reflection of yourself. Now, there are 2-3 things that we need to question ourselves in our daily lives. Okay, that's about the shadow box thinking. So eventually what he does is he just runs and then falls dead. Whereas he could have stepped aside from the sun or sit in a place where the shadow is just remaining behind, which you don't even need to think that there is a shadow. So there are 2-3 things which we need to reflect in this analogy. So one is being that we may be knowing that, okay, shadow is just a reflection of yourself, right? So what you see in your mirror is just a reflection of how you are looking in person. Let's say you are the first one to see how you look yourself, but this is how the people are looking when you step out of the world. The entire place, people just acknowledging you the way you are, how you reflect to yourself, how you see yourself in your mirror. Be it you're a chubby boy with 200 kilograms, or Yes, that's the one who is upkeeping and maintaining with the 70, 75 kilos, or keeping your own, whatever the reflections. It just whatever you see, what you see in your own eyes in front of the mirror is exactly the reflection of who you are as a body, right? Now let's talk about a little bit about yourself. So this is something that anyone can easily see it, unless until you don't talk about it, you don't, just don't go out in the world and then you just don't say a single word. You just act on your own things and be willing, and you're still surviving. So basically that's no challenge, and then no one is judging you or seeing your success or just seeing some things that what you accomplish. And these are the labels what people give to us, right? So that's a different way of looking at it. But then the moment you open your mouth, you know it really shows what was inside out of you, be it in anger, jealousy, greed, many aspects to it. So you don't need to get rid of all those things, but you need to face those fears. It seemed like, you know, there's a point that he said that as much as you suppress the things in yourself by getting a little bit of scared about what society might think without yourself expressing yourself. If you have so much of love, if you don't express, no one is going to sense it, feel it. Probably people sense it when you reach to Himalayas or sitting in a place, it's all peace of mind for yourself. But that's not how you evolve as a person unless until you get into the world and get in touch with the people and see, this is where your craft is made, right? There is a good analogy. People say that the diamonds are made under a lot of pressure. So out of, let's say, charcoal, but if it was nothing done, charcoal remains as a charcoal. So, let's coming to the point of, if you don't say anything, if you don't do anything, you don't challenge yourself, you're good to go. Probably some of the close family members who will probably inspired by yourself, how much great things you have done with the small, simple jobs you do and then take care of you. But that's a good thing, great thing, nothing wrong with that. But there are many things that you can only develop when you come out of your comfort zone, at the same time expressing your anger. Let's say that the great analogies he always gives, suppressing anger is something that is not good for yourself. So you need to release that emotions, not on the people. Obviously, if you go try those things to your close people, close relatives, mother, father, and wife, husband, or whatever, what will happen to your relationships? Probably, if you're the kid, the parents probably slap you because of the anger issues you have, whatever. But still, you need to express whatever is inside of you without you suppressing it. So the good things that he tells is go run, take out that that anxiety within yourself, and then you throw that off. But then there's something great happening when you throw things off. Not on the people, again, not on the people, but then there are many ways that you can take it off, Now, that is about the anger. Now, probably about the jealousy, you should need to have a control on kind of a jealousies. How do you control yourself? As long as you keep comparing yourself, your body, your wealth, your possessions, where you're from, which religions you're with, there is always a comparison. You can 100 things that you can compare yourself. So from the time you open your mouth, from the time you open your eyes, in a daily, right? This can, if nothing to compare, you can always compare with something close to you. The big house you have, the big car you have, the people, like there is no end to comparison. So you need to understand and come into the terms and accept who you are, what you are. At the same time, nothing wrong in trying and pushing hard to better yourself in all aspects, what you talk about. But then having jealousy because someone's having more than what you have, and each and everything you compare is a recipe for disaster. But again, expressing yourself, going out and things which is coming out in ugly ways is not the right way to do. but at the same time accepting what you have, accepting this is where you stand, and then you want to get improve on that one, not comparing with anyone else, but you want to push yourself to your limits, to your unlimited possibilities, what is within yourself. And then from, if you keep comparing yourself from the day you're born, let's say from the day you open your eyes as an adult until the time you die, you're never going to be happy, and then the jealousy will continue to have in terms of things, places, positions, so on and so forth. So you need to get rid of anger by taking those things out in a right way. Do it in a many ways. He asks. There's one analogy he gives that you can always play those things with the pillows. So you take a pillow and then you're angry, and then just close the door and then just go for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You say you put the time for 5 minutes and then keep going. Because the thing is that the more we compress, and have you ever fighted from, if you ever had a physical abuse or physical fight, no one will go beyond certain period, because they just release those things, and then probably something will stuck them to stop it. But however, if you, let's say you're, every day you're miserable, angry, something is keep coming out of yourself, that's nothing to do with the people and situations what they created you. It's about you and it's about me. So we need to look into ourselves. So the best way to start, he was saying that that you take a pillow and then keep throwing that pillow as hard you can, as because the pillows probably will not respond to you back. The same thing you do for the human being, the situations will be different, by the way. So try that for a week and see if you have any release of those negative energies or negative emotions, and then you feel something better, and so on and so forth. So personally, I never tried it, because I'm not saying that I don't have anger issues, but at the same time, I have a different way of working out together. As you can see me, that if something really boils down, then the first thing I hit is the gym, run hard, or else do a workout for 1 hour, and then things just changes, my mood changes or whatsoever. But those things, idea is that we know this, coming back to the point that the shadow boxing is that you are just a reflection of yourself, no one else. You cannot suppress the things, be it in form of anger, jealousy, fear, everything. The more you suppress yourself, the more is just waiting for the right opportunity to come out and blow it off. And then the worst thing happens, that it happens to your close relations, whichever you're trying to build. And then once it is the damaged mirror, broken mirror, always just it takes time for you to put the pieces together, but still the scars remain. So we really need to be watchful about that. So don't suppress anything, but at the same time find a way to express yourself in the right ways. And at the same time, if you're having issues with the jealousy and comparison, well, my dear friend, we really need to look into ourselves. There is nothing that you can compare in this world. Comparing yourself to anything else, places, things, etc., you're going to live your life very miserable, day in and day out. So get in terms with what you have, where you stand, doesn't matter, but there is always a hope for a better future by doing the things, by taking an action, what you wanted to achieve, how you wanted to see yourself growing tomorrow, day after, and then each and every step you take today, which can build you a better future. But at the same time, don't forget to live in your present moment and accepting where do you stand right now at this point of time. Comparisons is not for yourself. Comparing yourself from yesterday is the best thing to do, so that you can push forward. Probably that one push-up extra, probably that 2 seconds extra running, or else taking something unusual, like you can say that if you get used to it and all the time taking the hot waters or warm waters, try different things of taking cold water any alternative day. So you're pushing yourself to challenge yourself out of the comfort zone. It's something, if you do the small little daily habits, that becomes a momentum, and then you start taking those changes in your daily life as you move progress. I hope that helps, and I sincerely want you to see just the way you are, and no judging. It's okay. You can be 200 kilos. You can be a smart guy with a six-pack abs. Don't judge yourself. But seeing yourself, where do you stand, is the first step towards the next step, right? So accepting the where you stand, and then how you want to see yourself, how you want to build yourself, build momentum as much as the time you have, is something that you really need to ask. And don't suppress anything. You might having a different beliefs, okay, looking at that girl or looking at this person, and then something to do with your morals, and that these are all beliefs which was pushed inside yourself. Question yourself, whatever is a belief that you're holding on, hanging on to it, question itself, and look deeply within. Where did you get that first thought? Who taught you that? And then, is it a real thing? And then, if the person is still around, ask him, where did they get that thought from? And then obviously, when you question yourself, you will find out some silly reasons they started in the first place itself, and then that you've been believing and then following for the last 10, 15 years, whatsoever it may be. So thank you once again, and then look within yourself. Answers are within yourself, and try to express all your emotions in the right channels, not on the wrong places, for you to see yourself growing. At the same time, be open, stay in present moment, do one step at a time for your better future. Thanks for watching. You are reflection of who you are. People, things, places are just the causes which making you to erupt what is within yourself. Thanks for watching. I hope that helps.